I want to switch gears now to your concept of growth. How do you think about growth? How do you plan for growth where you go from one country to 25, 30? What are the levers you're looking to pull to drive growth?
So we have what I call a very simple growth strategy. And you might know it by the way you order a coffee. It's called double double. We look to double distribution and double consumption. If we do that effectively, it gives you the opportunity to grow at 4x pace. And that's very aggressive. But really, when we break that down, we say, can we be in twice as many locations? Can we have twice as many products within a location? So if we have 4 flavors out of our 10 flavors, could we have 8 flavors? Could we have multiple formats? So there's lots of ways to achieve the first double, which is more product in more places. And then the second is double consumption. Could we get twice as many people to try our products and to consume our products? And when we look at the landscape of the world, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that chew gum. And then our challenge is to make it available to everybody. So double distribution, double consumption. And if we're aiming for a 4 times growth and we can grow at 40, 50, 60% because we're trying to grow at 400%, it's a very good, check to kind of, shoot towards.
That's a great framework to think about your growth. How do you build a growth culture inside of your company? How do you get people to understand that, hey, I want to double?
You know what, getting people, like what I've learned over the years is if you really make too big of a goal, you lose people in like the dreaming. And someone said to me one time, if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you're among the stars. So I'm definitely a dreamer. I loved watching Willy Wonka as a kid and just dreaming about making the impossible possible. But when you connect with people who may need kind of more steps in between the big dream and then the reality, you have to kind of simplify that strategy. And so what we try to do is we look at, I'll take you back to the double strategy, which is, here's your account, here's what it's doing, how could we scale it? And one of the early lessons that we learned was, how high is high in a grocery retailer? We thought conservatively, if a store was doing $50 or $70 a month, picture like your small, gourmet grocery store, going from 70 to 100 was really significant. But we didn't know about putting a PDQ or a shipper or a secondary display where if you're actually available in all 10 check lanes in that store, you have a 10 times growth opportunity within that store. So these are like basic lessons I would have learned if I started in a big CPG company or did kind of year one in the, an MBA program. But when you're in the school of hard knocks, you figure this stuff out and then you're like, wow, that's such a simple concept, but it makes sense.